guys, in this video I'm going to be reviewing and showing you everything that fits inside of this little bag. I shared this bag in my what I brought to Disney video, and you probably saw it a lot on Instagram if you follow me there, and I've gotten so many questions about this bag that I thought it warranted a whole video dedicated to it. It's actually my first and only Gucci purchase. I don't have any other Gucci handbags. Before Disney, I was looking for a good like crossbody bag to just have in the parks with me, and I really wanted a red bag. My dream unicorn bag is a red Chanel. I just haven't found the perfect one. It's a certain shade of red in my mind that I have. I wanted some kind of red bag for Disney, and I looked at a ton of mini bags, crossbodies, wallets on chains. I looked at a ton, but they just didn't have any of the shade in my head that I wanted until I came across this one. This was exactly what I had in mind, the perfect shade of red. It's actually my first red handbag. I have like a burgundy, some burgundy bags, but I don't have any red ones. Still on the hunt for that perfect red Chanel, but for the trip, for what I had in my mind, for what I wanted, this like fit the bill to a T, and it ended up becoming like my most worn bag. I took this one, I took my little Louis Vuitton backpack, which I never even took out of our safe, and I also used my Stella metallic gold belt bag a lot, but I definitely use this one more. I love the functionality of this bag. That's what initially sold me on the bag, and I just really appreciated it. I wore it so many different ways. You can wear it as a shoulder bag, crossbody bag, fanny pack, and for being so small, it actually fit a ton more than I was expecting. It fit more than I needed. So keep in mind, we had our magic bands, which is pretty much your whole like charge card, room key, everything for Disney. So I didn't have a need to carry a wallet on me. And on top of that, I did have like a diaper bag that we kept underneath the stroller that had all of our big things. So really all I wanted to keep on me was my cell phone, which really just ended up in my back pocket because I was taking it out so often. But my cell phone, a little bit of cash, and maybe a card, like our debit card, and some hand sanitizer. I'll show you everything that I keep in here. I really didn't need a big bag to carry a lot of stuff, and furthermore, I kept this on all the rides. I didn't want a bag that I'd have to take off, and even took this on Splash Mountain. It got a little wet and still perfect. So first let me just go over the details of the bag, and then I'll show you everything that I kept, and I'll show you how I wore it. This is the bag. This is the size of the bag. Much takes up the whole width of my head. It's very small, has the brushed gold hardware and then the brushed gold hardware chain. The chain is actually pretty lightweight. It has a nice weight to it, but I still consider it a lightweight chain. So the inside is like a beigey, almost like faux suede material. The back has this cute little heart, which I didn't know about when I bought the bag. And overall, it's just like a nice chevron detail. Let me first show you how I wore the bag, or how you can wear the bag. The chain is actually attached with two toggles that you can detach. So keeping that in mind, you can tuck the whole chain in or take the chain off and just use this as a wallet, as a clutch inside of another bag, or just as an evening clutch. You also can adjust the length of the chain just by wrapping it around. You can kind of do the same thing with Chanel wallets on chain, just depending on the length and the look that you're going for. Let me just show you, close it up. So you could have a shorter bag. You could also do a double. It becomes like a cute little mini. You also obviously could just keep it like a shorter crossbody, just leaving it wrapped once. Shorter shoulder bag. There's just a lot of different ways to do this. The way that it was like the thing that sold me. So on the inside of this bag, there's another small chain with a little D-ring attached. Again, completely removable by this little toggle. If you take the chains to one side, let me just close it. Take the chains to one side, wrap it around your waist, and attach it. It becomes a fanny pack. How amazing is that? Like a little belt bag. I love that. It's so cute. So cute. And I actually wore it like this a lot. And it's easy on and off. So the few times that I had to take it off to go to the bathroom, came off really, really easily. So there's just a lot you can do with this. I actually really like it just as a traditional crossbody bag. And I also like that you can adjust the length because I'm pretty short. So I need it to be like a certain length. I actually like wearing it shorter, especially when I'm doing it as a shoulder bag. I like it to be right at my hip. So those are all the different ways you can wear it. Let me show you what I kept inside. And I've been home for a little while now, so obviously this is not what I would typically go out at night with, but I wanted to show you a true peek of what came with me in the park every day. So I had a bottle of hand sanitizer. I had a little face sunblock that I used on the kids. I had my sunblock, which is pretty large. This is the Invisible Set Powder by Supergoop. And I brush that on my face 1,000 times a day. I had a few Band-Aids. I had a little thing of Tylenol. Always kept a thermometer because at any point in time, if Addie got a fever, we had to go to the hospital. So I just always kept this on just in case. And then one thing that I actually purchased while we were there is this tube of lipstick by Guerlain. It's gorgeous. It's in this like amazing little like blush Aurora Borealis case, and it's very heavy. It's kind of like a large size bullet. So this was in here too. And other than that, I wanted to show you, this is my wallet. I didn't keep my wallet in here. I didn't feel the need, but the wallet does fit in there fine. You could do the wallet. You also could keep your phone. I kept my loopy case on my phone the whole time, and I have an 8 Plus, so it's a very large phone, and that fits the whole width of the bag. But because I didn't feel the need to carry my wallet, I normally would just slip like my card and some cash mixed in with everything else. And on top of everything else, I'm gonna put everything back. This wasn't like one of those things that you had to be strategic about how you were putting stuff in your bag. My phone is in there with everything else I just showed you. I tucked the Band-Aids, I tucked the cash. Still snaps closed very easily. I didn't have to stretch anything, deform the bag to make everything fit. So everything is in there. That's one thing I really liked about this too, because the leather is so soft. It does obviously have like a more rectangular shape, but it's not like my Chanel wallet on chain, which I'm gonna show you, where you can't stretch it if you need to, but once, you know, even if I stretched it to fit all this stuff in here, it doesn't like retain that shape. And like I said, much as this does fit and it was great, I had my phone in my hand more times than not, so I usually just kept it in my back pocket so I could get to it easily. Still have like plenty of room in here. What else can I tell you? It came in this cute little satin dust bag. To actually get the bag, let me just give you a little story time about that, because I felt like it was hard. It was hard to get a hold of this bag. So I initially ordered the bag on Gucci's website, and it was back ordered. I ordered it in the beginning of June, and it was back ordered until the end of June. And the last week of June, I hadn't gotten any notifications of it being shipped or even being processed. So I called Gucci, and they said that it was being held at customs at JFK and that it wasn't guaranteed. We left July 6th, so I needed it on the 5th. We had the 4th of July holiday, so it was making me nervous that I wasn't gonna have it. So he actually looked in the computer and saw that it was available at 4 different boutiques throughout the country. So we located it at the Atlanta boutique. Customer service from online when I called was amazing, very helpful. And I don't know if this is in general or just the boutiques in general or just the Atlanta store that I had called. I don't have any other previous experience with Gucci. I have previous experience with Chanel and Louis Vuitton, even Balenciaga, and I have never encountered so much trouble to get a hold of somebody. So when I was calling the Atlanta store, the phone would just ring and ring and ring and ring and ring, and it would give me like a voicemail box, like a very general, the party you have called cannot be reached, please leave a message. Like it wasn't, thank you for calling Gucci, or it was so weird. And I remember there was one day where I literally would call and hang up and call and hang up just to get somebody on the phone. To me, it just seemed weird. Like you have people that are willing to spend some serious cash on a bag, and I just felt like, I don't know, maybe they didn't need my order that bad. Maybe they aren't that desperate for business, but I've just, in the past, calling like Louis Vuitton, calling Louis Vuitton boutiques, calling Chanel boutiques, like they pick up right away. They're very helpful. It just was not the case with Gucci. So again, I don't know if it was the store that I had called or the boutiques in general, but maybe if you guys have experience, you can leave it in the comments below for other people. But it literally took me like 2 days to actually place the order with Gucci. The other thing that happened was once I got a hold of someone, they took all the information, they took my credit card, and they said somebody would call me back within 24 to 48 hours to actually physically place the order for me. So I waited an entire day. I didn't hear anything. My card wasn't charged. Then I called the following day and again, rang and rang and rang, called, hang up, called. It was just crazy. In all the customer service companies and stores, I've just never experienced something so frustrating before. So finally, when I got a hold of someone, they said that the order hadn't been placed, they didn't know why not, and they actually put it through right on the phone with me right then and there. I don't know why they had to call me back in 24 hours to place the order. To me, it just either seemed like they couldn't be bothered or they were just too busy to care, which I don't know, I guess could be a good problem if you're Gucci. But I thought I would share that because I want to just be open with you about everything. I do think it was worth the hassle. I really, really love this bag. The bag also comes in black and like a really beautiful nude, almost like camel color that I would definitely consider in another style handbag. I also wanted to include a little comparison to my Chanel wallet on chain because I almost brought that one with me. Curious myself how they compared. So let me grab that bag and I'll be right back. So this bag is pretty old, but I still use it a ton. This is the Chanel wallet on chain in the little Camilla, and it's black and gold. Has this long chain. The inside of the bag is a little bit different. It has card slots. It also has a pocket up here, and then another little flap here, and then another zip pocket here, and then another little panel here. So there's a lot of like compartments and pouches. However, it's more of a, I don't want to say structured bag because it's not tough. Like, it's very soft and it's very malleable, but it's definitely more of a square bag. Whereas this one, because it's kind of rounded on the edges, you could kind of like move stuff around. Whereas this one, you know, even if you're putting stuff in these pouches, I wouldn't be putting like thick things, a phone. I would slip like a card, cash, a receipt, you know, pieces of paper. Even if you put coins in here, it would bulk this up, and I feel like it would be really, it just wouldn't look pretty anymore. It also has a little button closure, but as you can see, the bottom, like, there's definitely room. So I'm gonna put everything else that I had in the Gucci in here, including my phone, just so you can see that once this one kind of like bulks out, it just doesn't look the same. Also could fit, you could fit the wallet in here too. Really, I should just get like one of those little card holders. Here, I have everything in here closed up. You can see there's still some room for it to expand, and it's still kind of like that square shape. The chain itself is actually heavier than the Gucci one. It has the chain with like the leather running through it. The biggest difference with this chain is it does not detach. It's kind of sewn through here, and it does not come off. So if you wanted to do this as a clutch or a wallet inside another bag, you'd have to just tuck the chain in. You couldn't completely remove it, which does make this heavier already if you didn't want to use the chain, whereas the Gucci one, you could just take the chain right off. You can adjust the length of it crossbody or shoulder by just wrapping it around the flap. You cannot wear this as a fanny pack, so it's only a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag, or if you really, really wanted to, you could wrap this a few times and just have it be like a little wristlet clutch, which I've done before, but you can't wear this around your waist. But I think that would be an amazing little function for them to update. Just attach a little ring in here, and I think that would be amazing. Just wanted to give you the little comparison between the two, just because they're similar in size. So it's about the same length, but it is a little bit taller and it's a little bit wider this way. So I hope that this video was helpful, especially to those that had asked me to review this. If you guys were on the fence about this bag or were curious, I hope this helped make your decision, whether one way or the other. Thank you guys for watching. I will link to this bag in the description box below. My Chanel, like I said, is old. I don't think that this Camilla pattern is available anymore, but you can get these wallet on chains from Chanel in all different colors, styles, leathers. They always have them. They just kind of change them up with each collection. If you guys have any other questions, leave them in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.